Well, today I have a lot of trivia, art and artist trivia, so that ought to be fun. And that might be the most redeeming part, is that the word, redeeming, part of this video, because the paintings, plural, I did 2 of them, are both horrible. They are both horrible. I was attempting to do some palette knife painting, acrylic paint on a greeting card. I'm reluctant to show them to you. Let me fix my shirt first. The good news is I didn't get paint on my shirt, and it was a mess. Are you ready to see these failures? But the video is good. I mean, I do have some really cool trivia on here. So if nothing else, fast forward to the end, listen to the last one, because that is really a very cool one. And then there's another cool one about the Mona Lisa somewhere in here. All right, here comes here comes the mess. I did it with a palette knife. I did it with 2 palette knives, but here's one of them. Yep, that was the tool I used today to do this. Oh my gosh. And oh, look at how horrible that is. That is just not good. But it's not the worst. The worst is the other one I did. I only did that one because first I did this one, and it's on there so thick. Oh man. Oh man. I tried to do a trail in the woods and a sunset in the background, and it's just a mess. If you could feel how heavy this is, it's still not dry. It's still very, very, let me put it, there's a whole picture, look at that. You see how wet it is? So there's that one, and there's that one. Both done with palette knives. It was, you know what it was? It was me having fun. And if I could say anything about today's video and today's exercise in art. And by the way, you're going to learn in the trivia that art was considered an Olympic sport back in once upon a time. I don't know. I read it on the internet. Who knows? But anyway, so today, I hate to show it to you again, but yeah. Well, so I did that the one I just showed you, this one. This is the second one I did. I'm not happy with either one of them. However, the point is I was trying to do something different. I was trying to have some fun. There are some amazing artists out there who have worked with palette knives, and I'm sure you have too. Probably on a bigger scale than a greeting card. But hey, I think that was these are my, I'm gonna say my second and third palette knife paintings, because I did one with Robin once, and that one came out pretty good. And that was out in the open, a plein air painting. All right, well, if you don't watch this video, you'll be okay. I used a palette knife, but I learned from it. Maybe next time I'll use different colors or something. So it's definitely impasto, which means thick. You can feel the texture of the paint, and I'll explain all that. Anything else? Nope, I guess not. Just have fun. And the trivia is probably, like I say, the best part about today's video. So here we go. And make sure just, if you fast forward to the end, it's okay. But toward the end, I give you a piece of trivia that is really, 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 really cool, I think. I don't know if you've heard it before or not, but I don't even want to give you a hint. Just watch the video. And thank you for watching. Or don't watch it. Whatever you do. If you make a mess, write it off as, hey, I'm an artist. If you make a bigger mess, write it off as, I'm a bigger artist. There, I don't know. That other one is very heavy. All right, here we go. Okay, well, this is going to be a challenge. I have 2 palette knives here, and I'm going to use them as the only tools I use to paint with. And the attempted style is going to be something that a lot of artists have used throughout history, and I wanted to kind of dedicate today's video to art trivia. I thought that might be a fun thing to do. So the first piece of trivia is, what is impasto art? Impasto. Well, if you look it up, you will find a couple of different and sometimes contrasting definitions. So one from the Museum of Modern Art, which I'm going to use that one, it says impasto is an Italian word for mixture used to describe a painting technique wherein paint is thickly laid on a surface. Thick. So that's what we're going to do today. You can use a palette knife or a brush, of course, and the intent is to show the brush strokes, whereas in a lot of art you try to hide the brush strokes, right? So I thought that would be fun. So what I have is white, primary yellow, that's ultramarine blue, that right there is Payne's gray. That's my go-to color when I need black, because black sometimes muddies things up, but Payne's gray seems to work really well. I have orange on here. It seems thinner than the rest of them. You see how it's like flowing? Can you see it? Is it out of the camera? Yeah, see the orange? It's kind of liquidy, and these other ones are more firm. Probably it's a cheaper paint, I guess, but I'm using orange only because it saves me from having to use the yellow and the red, which is of course how you make orange. And then this is just burnt umber. So basically the three primaries here, the white, Payne's gray, which I'm using for black, burnt umber, and the orange is just my way of cheating a little bit, or saving myself some time. Maybe that's a better way of saying it. And the subject today is a sunset in the woods. And I guess I'm going, let's see what I got here. Okay, I got some of this gel. I wonder if that would help or hurt. You see what it looks like? Oh, it's kind of thick. Maybe I'll use that. Let me just put some of that on there. So I got to make sure I don't confuse that with the white, because that'll dry clear. But if I mix it, for example, with that orange, then there we go. So there's the gel right there. What's it called? Gloss Super Heavy Gel. Well, maybe it'll make the acrylic look like oil. I don't know. It's been so long since I used some of these. All right, and for you purists, I don't have much information. I do want to say this. So I was thinking about this last night. Here's another piece of trivia. The camera was invented in 1816. Again, I'm not a smarty pants, but that's what I read. I looked it up. So let's start putting paint on here. We want to put it on really thick. And I'm probably going to need to get more out of the tube. We're just going to put it on really thick and let it dry thick. Isn't that going to be fun? So this is my sky here. Just put it on thick, mixing white with blue. I'm definitely going to need more out of the tube. Yeah, keep it thick. Let it dry that way. So anyway, so the camera was invented in 1816, and that means that 1916, it was only 100 years old. So 2000, it was in 2000 it was 184 years old, right? Does that work out? Boy, I already need more paint. This is definitely different than watercolor. And if you notice, I am doing it on a greeting card. I want this to be somebody's card. I want this to be a gift for somebody. Okay, so basically the camera has been around for 200 and whatever years. But what that means is that before that, all the portraits, everything was all painted or drawn. And you can imagine that the only people who had portraits done were probably kings and queens and royalty in general, the people who had money. And you know, back in those days, there wasn't a whole lot of opportunity for the peons. There wasn't a whole lot of opportunity because, you know, you had to work your farm, you had to earn a living. There was no like you couldn't get a patent and get a and earn royalties from it. You couldn't write a song and earn royalties from it. I don't even think writing a book would earn royalties for you. But all right, now see, I have a problem with this. That's going to turn it green. I don't want to use yellow right now. Let me just use more. Let me put some of this in there. Some of this paste, whatever that is. I'm just going to add it to it. I'm just going to make it thicker. Just put it all over the place. So, and I kind of don't want to mix the colors completely. So maybe the paste is a bad idea. I don't know. This is all an experiment for me. Very experiments. Just smush it around there. So if the camera's only been around that long, and if only rich people were the ones getting portraits done, and not just portraits but landscapes and all kinds of art, all kinds of imagery that photography now is used for, and everything was probably the demand of the customers, which was the royalty. The demand was probably always realism, but they didn't call it realism because they didn't know anything, didn't have anything to compare it to. And then when photography came around, people, you know, like Van Gogh, for example, he's just one example. I mean, they decided to work with art and painting in a different way and tried to. There's my son. This is going to be something else. All right, what do I do now? Do I dare add yellow? I'm afraid it'll turn it green. Let me just go straight for the brown, for the burnt umber. I call it brown. So, yeah. So if only the rich people were getting portraits done, and if only the only kind of art they really wanted was what we now call realism, then everything we now know as some classic art, like Van Gogh, like Picasso, like even pop art and some of the work that Andy Warhol did and Peter Max did and some of the others. I'm just drawing a blank. I'm trying to talk and paint at the same time. Paint with a knife. You ever done this? I did this a couple times. I did it once when Robin and I were out in the woods. By the way, lots of tissues. clean it with. I don't really need water. All right, I'm going to take a chance and put some yellow in there. I just think, let's put some, I guess it won't turn green if I don't mix it too much. Just lay it on there. Just lay it on there. There we go. Yeah, it is turning it a bit green, but that's okay. There we go. Now take some of that orange. I'm going to mix that orange with this paste because that orange is very thin. Just put that orange in there. Come on, baby. Get in there. And, oh, now it's turning muddy. We don't want muddy. No, we don't. Just keep it orange. There's a little bit of sunset there. Oh, it's very muddy. Oh, that's no good. That's no good. We'll have to go back to that. I'm so used to being able to correct everything. It's kind of hard to correct it when you... Yeah. Let's put a lot of yellow in there. Maybe some of that can be trees. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't use that muddy look to make trees. All right, let's put some... Let's get some orange down here and some yellow. Let's go ahead and do that. So, are you ready for some trivia? Have I been distracting myself too much? Let me get some trivia. All right, let me find. I have some on my screen here. Oh, I have a favorite one. So the impasto, is that what it's called again? Impasto, Impasto, that I'm doing right now, keeping it really thick. Vincent van Gogh used it. Jules Olitsky used it. Jackson Pollock used it. Gerhard Richter. Sir Peter Paul Rubens. Some of these names I know, some I don't. John Constable, Jean de Buffet, Frank Auerbach. They were all known for using very thick paint and painting with their painting knives. All right, so let me keep working on this, and we'll go ahead and maybe this is a good time to add some trees. What do you think? We'll call that a tree. You want to call that a tree? What do you call that? That's just a blob. Papa, you're making a mess, Papa. I know. Isn't it fun making a mess? It's fun making a mess, right? And then when this dries, it's all gonna be hardened on there. All right, first piece of trivia. Ready? Pablo Picasso was one of the most influential and dominant artists of the first half of the 20th century. He also learned to draw before he learned to walk. There you go. There's your first piece of trivia. Picasso learned to draw before he learned to walk. How many of you have memories as a child of working in art or music or something creative that you really kind of did instinctively? You really kind of knew it without being taught it. I bet you that's true for everybody. See, the people who write these trivia questions, they don't realize sometimes that they're talking. When you're writing about artists, you don't realize that when artists read this, they're going to relate to it, and they're going to say, oh yeah, well that was true for me too. That was true. If you're doing this with oil paint, now I'm using acrylic, and acrylic dries quickly, and oil paint does not dry quickly. As you know, you can take a whole week for oil paint to dry. So if you're going to do this with oil paint, that'd be fun. You will be joining the masters, because that's what they did. Oh, there's our hillside right there. Our orange glowing hillside. There we go. All right, I need more Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray to the rescue. More Payne's Gray. Put it on thick. Wow, you use a lot of paint when you use this technique. So, ready for another piece of trivia? Leonardo da Vinci was both a vegetarian and an animal rights advocate. He was known to buy caged birds just to set them free. Did you know that? I didn't know that. That's Leonardo da Vinci, not Leonardo DiCaprio. Don't confuse the two now. All right, let's get some white down here and get some of this a little bit lighter colors down here. Get some of this. I need more yellow. Primary yellow. I'm using the paint up so quickly. All right, let's get some yellow in there. Here we go. I think it wouldn't hurt to try to create a little bit of a path right here. Maybe the sun is better as a yellow blob instead of a white blob. All right, let's get some more darkness down here. That's what the Payne's Gray is for. You ready for some more trivia? All right, here we go. Thanks to the Baron Pierre de Coubertin, between the years of 1912 and 1948, art was considered an Olympic sport. This included sculpture, architecture, music, painting, and even literature. Really? Okay, kids. Go ahead and use that one. The Olympics just ended, right? So you can have fun and tell your family members, you know, I'm an artist. And that is an Olympic sport. And they're going to say, oh, come on, Grandma. That's not an Olympic sport. You say, yes, it is. Papa told me so. Papa told me. Papa told me about it. They say, who's Papa? Oh, this guy I watch on my computer. He was doing trivia one day. And he read this stuff he found on the internet. Grandma, you can't believe the internet. I'm making up a conversation that probably will never happen. But anyway, it's kind of fun. All right, let's get some of this. I think I'm going to get more orange. Let's get some more white in there. I don't know what I'm doing. I never know what I'm doing. All right, let's put some over here. This is going to be a thick mess, huh? Whoa. This is a very thick mess. I kind of don't want any paper to show through on this one. I kind of want this one to be completely covered with paint, so that when it dries, it's all. See, now down here it's okay if I get some green, because there would be green. There would be some grass, right? So I'll just work with it as I see it. Get some of this yellow over here. I'm going to need more yellow. Alright, just spread it around. It is kind of looking a little Van Gogh-ish right now. That was not intentional. Yeah, let's get some of that blue and that green. That blue and that yellow will make a nice green. And I think it only makes sense that there would be some green here. And that white is kind of lightening the green. So, okay, so it accidentally painted itself. This picture here. All right, we're almost there. We're almost finished covering the whole painting, the whole card, the whole front of the card. Oh, wait till Robin sees this one. She's going to say, what did you do? And I'm wearing my good shirt too, so, oh no. Can't get any paint on my shirt. This is a mess. You see that? Do you see that mess right there? I'm not going to let it dry either. Well, there's something. I'm trying to see what it looks like to me. But you can definitely see the brush strokes, or the knife strokes. Yeah, you can see it. Okay. All right, now let's get some more. What do I do with the Payne's Gray? Get some more Payne's Gray. We'll put some trees in here. I think I want to get some more orange too. Or maybe I'll just use white. I'm not sure what I want to do. Let me get some more white. I think I want to put more white in here. Just a big mess. This is going to take, I don't know how long it's going to take to dry, but all right, what I want to do is I want to put some close-up trees, some foreground trees. So here we go. So do you guys know who Leonid Afremov is? This is a contemporary artist. He has passed away. I've mentioned him before on this channel, but he has a reputation. He was painting in with his palette knife all the time, large paintings, not greeting cards. no greeting card. Hey, we'll call this a greeting card. I keep forgetting the word. I keep forgetting what style this is. This is Impasto. Greeting card Impasto. All right, you're on another trivia while I'm looking at the screen. The Mona Lisa has her own mailbox in the Louvre. Whoa. She receives a ton of love letters and fan mail. The Mona Lisa has her own mailbox. Well, that's interesting. Well, if you're taking away anything, you're going to remember that one after today's video. However, I'm going to predict that you're going to take away the last one. Wait till you hear the last one. The last one, you might have heard it before, but I'm saving it for last because I said, what? I never knew that. Well, I never knew the Mona Lisa had her own mailbox either. But here we go. There's a tree. Let's give it some branches. What does Bob Ross always say? Happy little trees, happy little branches, happy mistakes, happy accidents. Yeah, a lot of this whole thing is an accident. This whole thing. It's almost like you're looking through, like a piece of glass. What do you call that glass? Like, you know, in a bathroom window or a shower glass. What is that glass called? Translucent? Instead of transparent, it's translucent. All right, I need more Payne's Gray. Wow, I'm using a lot of paint. Let's put some more branches on here. I lost my train of thought. I don't know what I was telling you. All right, let me give you another piece of trivia. The color wheel was originally a scientific invention from Sir Isaac Newton. He came around in 1706. He was experimenting with the colors, and of course we know the color wheel. So now you know Isaac Newton invented the color wheel. That's interesting, but that's not as interesting as Mona Lisa having her own mailbox. Do you agree with me? You think that's really the most memorable one so far? Maybe. All right, come on. That's not just one tree. Let's do more than one tree. Let's put another one over here. Just put it in there. I don't know what that is right there. That might be maybe there's some snow in the hills here. Well, this right here, this just shows you the importance of putting in vertical lines in paintings. Sometimes a composition is just fun when you have some vertical lines, even if it's not explained what they are. You know, it might be a telephone pole, or it might be a person. It could be just a person standing there. You know. All right, let's just, you know what? Just spread this out a little bit. There's enough paint on there. I could just use the paint that's there. This is so thick. Wow, this is like mayonnaise on my bologna sandwich. It's so thick. Mayonnaise and mustard. Put too much on. I always put too much on. See, I'm an impasto sandwich artist. If I worked
Okay, I found this on the web for how many impossible sandwich. Check it out.
Did you hear my phone? My phone thought I was asking you about impossible sandwiches. Impossible sandwiches. Well, now I'm interested what that is. But I'm painting. Sorry, Siri, I can't look at you right now.
Okay.
Did you hear that? Okay. Wow. What the world has come to when your phone talks to you and there's nobody even on it. What would Alexander Graham Bell have thought? All right, another piece of trivia. The Louvre employee Vincenzo Perugia stole the painting of the Mona Lisa. The theft was originally blamed on Pablo Picasso and his close friend Joseph Gary Pierre. What? They thought Picasso stole the Mona Lisa? Did you know that? But it was stolen, but I guess they got it back because it's there. Have you guys ever seen it? I've never seen it. I've never been to Paris. But since I now know that I'm an Olympian, I should have gone. I don't know if you saw the piece that I did on the artist at the Olympics who was painting. I'm going to use some water to clean my knife. So far this is looking rather horrible. So let's see if I can make it look any better at all. I think what I have to do is add some light to the horizon. All right, some more trivia. Here we go. At the age of 5, Salvador Dali became convinced that he was the reincarnation of his dead older brother, who was also named Salvador. Well, why did his parents do that? Well, maybe they thought he was reincarnation. You never know. Alright, let's put some more yellow here. See if we can fix some of this stuff in the background here. Put some more yellow behind the trees. It's really just plopping in there now. Put a little bit of yellow on these trees. The sunlight is hitting the trees. This is really thick, I'm telling you. Can you tell? Alright, get some more Payne's Gray, I guess. I feel like this front area has to be... This is just a mess, isn't it? This is just a big old mess. Let's get some of that Payne's Gray in here. I want to create more of a trunk to that tree. And I want to create more of the effect or the illusion of, I don't know, something happening there. Alright, are you ready for more trivia? Alright, here we go. What's the next one I have? While it has been suggested that Vincent van Gogh had sold or bartered his works among family and friends, the only painting officially sold on record before his suicide was the Red Vineyard near Arles. Arles in 1888. I didn't know that. Alright, let's get some of this yellow here. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Put that yellow down here. Let's get some light yellow, mix white and yellow, and pull it across. And go ahead and put some light coming through here like it's a trail. That's what I want, a trail. A trail in the woods. I haven't used red. Let me put some red in there. Red and white make pink, right? Have a pink trail. Not sure about that. Not sure about any of this. Taking that white, trying to exaggerate a little bit the sunlight there. It's not working though. It's becoming muddy. Alright, let's take some white, make some clouds or something over here. I don't know. I'm over the line anyway. The card ends right about there. Is that right? Did I really mess up that bad? I might have messed up really bad. Oh, you want more trivia? Okay. More trivia. Leonardo da Vinci's second most famous work is The Last Supper. Leonardo da Vinci's second most famous work, The Last Supper, that's the second most? Originally included Jesus' feet. Unfortunately, builders installing a door where the painting was being exhibited cut into the painting at the bottom center, cutting off Jesus' feet. Whoa. I didn't know that. Well, that one I'll take with me. You probably knew that one. You know what? I feel like I heard Robin's mother telling me that once. That's ringing a bell a little bit for me. Are you asking me why am I putting red right there? Okay, me too. I'm asking myself that. I think what I want to do is I want to take some of this yellow I kind of create, I keep wanting to put a trail right there. And it's got to be lighter than the Payne's gray that is everywhere. I don't know. Maybe that looks like a river over there. Maybe there's some more trees. Oh, let's push some of this around. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's kind of giving the feeling of grass. It's so wet. It's so messy. I'm telling you, if I put my sleeve in this, that's going to be something the laundry is not going to be able to handle. All right, and I don't think you can dry acrylic with a dryer. I think you got to let it dry on its own. Let me just push some of these branches out a little bit. The ugliest painting I've ever done, right here. My worst painting ever. It's really bad. It's really horrible. It really is. It really is horrible. I would not be an Olympian with this piece. But you never know. Somebody would like it. Somebody would say, "Ooh, that's very artsy. That's very artsy, Mr. Poppa." See, I like that idea that there's a trail right there. I don't know why I keep going there to do that. The trail that goes down into the woods and comes out of the woods. Yeah, I know it's a little bit dirty. Alright, I'm at this point I think I'm just messing. I don't think I'm doing anything. Maybe a little bit more defined horizon. Maybe that's what this painting needs. Maybe some more trees in the background. Trees, they're hardly trees, they're just wisps of paint. Well, it's very much impasto. In other words, it's very much lifted off of the paper, very textural. You'll definitely be able to feel this one when you touch it. All right, a little more yellow. Let's see. I don't know why I keep working this. It seems like it's a waste of time now. I guess because I want it to look like something. Maybe I should have done a sunset over the ocean. Maybe that would have been an easier subject. So when I look back at the video, I'm going to say, you know what? It looked good at the 8-minute mark, or it looked good at the 10-minute mark. I should have stopped. That's what's going to happen. Or it never looked good. Maybe I'm just going to say it never looked good. But I wanted to try this. And I think I failed. I think I failed. I could wait for it to dry, and I could paint over it. You think I should do that? Maybe I'll do that. You know what? Will that be considered cheating? Probably. So, just between you and me, oh, it's heavy too. Between you and me, this is what it looks like now. I don't know if I should keep it like that or not. But I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to turn off the camera, and I'll be back when it dries, and then I'm going to try to paint over it with a brush. Yeah, let's see if that works. One more piece. I do have a final piece of trivia that I'm saving till the very end. But the second to the last piece of trivia is this one. The 1983 expressionist piece titled The Scream. That only came out in 1983? By Edvard Munch, was so popular that he created 5 versions of it using different mediums. That was only 1983? The Scream? Okay, I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to come back and I'm going to cheat and paint over it. It'll still have that texture. There'll be paint on paint. Let's see how that works out when I come back, okay? All right, I am back, and I have changed my mind. I'm not going to paint over it because A, it's taking way too long to dry, and it might be nice after it's dry. Maybe I'll like it. So what I want to do to wrap the video, I'm going to do a new one, but don't worry, it's not going to take me that long, I hope. This one is just, now where do I put this? This is a mess. I set it down. You know, I'm looking at it from a distance. It doesn't look that bad. But I think I'm just going to do another one. I have one more piece of trivia that I'm going to share with you. And I'm going to just put a lot more paint on here. And we'll just get some blues. Let's just do a quick sunset. I think maybe something simpler would be better. So let me clean the palette knife. So I'm going to do 2 paintings. One that is a big mess. All right, so let's start with the yellow for the sun. Yellow, right? Let's put the sunset right in the middle, right there. All right, and then we're going to take that and we're going to drag it into here, put some white down with it. Okay, I don't know why I'm doing light colors first, but I am. There we go. I'm going to take some of this orange. I'm going to create a nice horizon. What do you think? Okay, this is, I'm putting it down a little bit thin. Maybe I learned from the first painting. You know, don't put so thick. Don't go so overboard. Let me get some red on there. Some red. I have to get all the colors, I think, because I used them all the first time. All right, let's just get some reds in there. Yeah. Just spread it out. Put some more whites in there. Lighten up those yellows. Yeah, we don't want it to be muddy. We just want it to be light. Here we go. Just spread it out. And I think what I'll do is I'll get some of this Payne's gray, kind of make a little bit of a horizon back there. Use the edge of the knife. Got to get more Payne's gray. Hold on. Let me get the Payne's gray. Get some Payne's gray. There we go. I don't want to make it as messy as the last one, I guess. And I do have one final piece of trivia that I can't wait to share with you. I will do that. That's coming up, I promise. We'll try to do this quickly. All right, let's get some more yellows in the sky. Let's spread them around. Put it into the sea. Whoops. Where'd that come from? And then let's get some of these. I'm going to use that other knife because it's clean. Get some of these light blues and put it in the sky. These light blues from the last painting. Just spread them around. Let me add some more white to that. Wait, this is a good way to use a lot of paint. Wow. Here we go. I put that white in the sky. Spread it around. Get that light blue sky. Bring it down here. Yeah, keep it thinner. Keep it thick but thinner than that first painting. That first painting is something else, huh? The first painting is a painting to be reckoned with. Adding some red here. There we go. So the red mixes with the blue and you get this nice purple. Oh, but see, the blue mixes with that green. That's not good. I mean, the blue mixes with the yellow and causes green. We don't really want green in the sky. That's getting thick already. I'm already overdoing it. All right. Let's get the sky completed. So I got some more red over here. There we go. We can add some white to the sky for clouds. Happy little knife clouds. Clouds painted with a knife. Now let's get some of this Payne's grain. Make a better horizon there. Some mountains in the distance. Some islands or something. So there we go. There's a horizon. Now let's go ahead and put some, just the sense of some waves here. This is, I want this to be a beach scene. There we go. All right, some more reds in the sky. Over here. Some more oranges. All right, now let's start getting the water. Get some light white. Make it very light because it's reflecting all this light. All right, let me use the other knife. The other knife has to be cleaned off. All right, I am risking everything. Alright, let's get this rest of this ocean here. We'll get some of this white and mix it with the Payne's gray to lighten it up a little bit. Maybe make it a little bit blue too. It's not as thick as the other one, but it's still pretty thick. I think that looks more recognizable than the first painting. The first painting, I don't know, I haven't looked at it in a half hour, so we'll see. I'll look at it again. Maybe I'll like it. Hey, you know what? I'm not going to throw it away. I think it's going to be something cool to have. But, alright, just get some more stuff there. Now, where's my vertical line ideas? Maybe there's something happening right here that we don't know what it is. Maybe there's a stick or a twig or a pole of some sort. I just think a line helps. A couple lines. We'll have to let your imagination figure what these are. What are they? Maybe there's even a person fishing over here. Should I even dare to try to? That could be a person right there, couldn't it? Maybe the people running. I don't know. Does your mind's imagination give you an idea of what's going on there? All right. I think I used enough of your time. All right, so there's the second painting. I'm going to say it's done. And so today, 2 paintings done impasto, so that they will both dry very hard, hopefully, and it won't be too much of a mess. And I don't think I got any on my shirt. Now let's look at the 2 paintings now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that one is so bad. It's just a mess, and it is so heavy. This one's a little better, I think. Just trying to gauge it as a picture of something. All right, so I'm going to call this one the winner of the 2 that I did today. I'll let it dry and I will fold it, and it'll be somebody's card, and the other one will probably just be in my pile of stuff. All right, I promised you one last trivia for you. Are you ready for this one? Now, I think the one I'm going to walk away with from today's video is that Mona Lisa has her own mailbox. I love that one. But listen to this one, if I can find it on here. Listen to this one. Ready? The term an arm and a leg originates from how portrait paintings were priced. Paintings featuring just a head and shoulders were the cheapest. Larger, full-body paintings, in other words, those with arms and legs, were far more expensive. So that's why things cost an arm and a leg are more expensive, because artists would charge more. Remember the camera? One of the first pieces of trivia I told you, the camera was invented in, what did I say, what year did I say? 1816. So all of those paintings before 1816, and probably even for years after the camera was invented. Isn't that interesting? So now you have the two that I'm walking away with. I didn't make these up. I went online to look for them, but the two that I'm taking away are Mona Lisa has her own mailbox, and the expression an arm and a leg originates from portraiture. All right, kids. I'm going to make this one my cover photo, I guess. All right, I'll talk to you later. Thank you for watching. I hope that was fun. All right, bye.